In today's Get Ready With Me, I am doing a full face of drugstore makeup, creating this pretty purple makeup look. Hi friends, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, my name is Julie and I post mainly Get Ready With Me videos focused on affordable drugstore makeup. I want to show you that you do not need to spend a lot of money to have really great makeup, and I also want to inspire you to love your makeup collection no matter how much you have. In these Get Ready With Me videos, it's just, we're like friends sitting and I'm chatting with you guys as I do my makeup. I like to share bits and pieces about my life and life lessons I've learned. And in some of my videos, you might also see my two kitty cats, Pepper and Salem. So if that resonates with you, I would love for you to subscribe and become part of our affordable beauty community here on my channel. So in today's Get Ready With Me, I am featuring this Wet n Wild color icon palette in Petalette. Let me know in the comments if you would like for me to do a Get Ready With Me series on the different Wet n Wild color icon palettes like this, the little mini ones. Off camera, I went ahead and primed my eyelids with my e.l.f. eyeshadow primer. And I'm currently having my coffee this morning. I feel kind of tired still. So I feel like I'm slowly waking up. But I wanted to do the eyeshadow portion first today before the other products. I did use this on Saturday for Galentine's, and I did have a little bit of fallout with this shade, so because it does have a little bit of glitter in it. So with this palette, if you're going to use this shade, definitely recommend, sorry, that car was really loud. Definitely recommend to do your eyeshadow first. I don't think I'm going to create the exact same look that I did for Galentine's because it was kind of similar to the look I posted on Friday. It just was with the Wet n Wild palette instead of the e.l.f. But I'm just using the Wet n Wild Petalette palette today. I think this is such a pretty palette for Valentine's Day with the pinks and purples, mauves. And yeah, Saturday was the first time that I used it and I loved it. I really like these Wet n Wild little color icon palettes. I'm just using the Morphe M441 and I'm going in with the shade here first. And I'm going to blend that shade here in the crease. I find that between this Wet n Wild palette and the e.l.f. Rosewater palette, that this Wet n Wild one is slightly like a little more purple, or yeah, it's a little bit more purple, a little bit more intense. The e.l.f. one is like a little bit more muted, a little bit softer. And I'm just patting that on with the Wet n Wild small concealer brush. And then I'm going to go in with the Morphe M506 and I'm going to grab some more of that dark purple on the tip of this, knock off the excess. And I'm just going to pull this up this way. And then with small, just light circular motions, I'm going to just slowly go inward towards the edge of that dark purple on the lid. What is your favorite colored eyeshadow to wear when you wear like colored eyeshadow? For me, it's definitely purple and green. Probably because of my brown eyes, I just find that both of those colors are really flattering. I know some people really like blue. I could see that if you have like blue eyes. I mean, I wear blue eyeshadow on occasion, but I don't know. I don't find it quite as flattering on me as like purple or green. Also, I'm just curious, do you guys enjoy it when I put music to my videos, like in the parts where I like speed through some of the processes? Do you like music for the background, or do you just like it where it's completely silent? Let me know in the comments. I'm going back with the blending brush that I used at first, the Morphe M441, and getting some more of that first shade that I used in the crease. And I'm going to lightly go around the edges of that outer V shade to blend it. Just using that same Wet n Wild small concealer brush, I just flipped it over to the opposite side. And I'm just patting it over top of that darker color. I just flipped the brush over, just kind of like blending between the two shades there. I'm going to go back with some more of the dark purple, because I want to intensify that a little bit more here in this outer V. Make it a bit more smoky, a little bit darker. And then I'm just going back with a blending brush, nothing added to it, and just lightly go around the edge. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of my face, and then I'll come back at the end and finish out the eyes. I'm just priming my face with the Liquid Poreless Putty Primer from e.l.f. This is just like such a smooth and moisturizing primer. Like, I think out of my primers, this is my favorite one. I'm still, as always, testing everything out, but it's like the more I test things, the more I like this one the most. I just like how it feels moisturizing, and like, I don't really know if I'm the biggest fan of the sticky primers. I know a lot of people really like them, but I kind of just like a primer that the foundation can just smooth over. And I find that like with this putty primer, my foundation lasts just as long with those like sticky primers like the e.l.f. Power Grip. And I know that like this is supposed to be a dupe for the Tatcha like silk canvas, I think is what it is. Tatcha, is that what it is? I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my lips with the Vaseline Rosy Lips. I've really been enjoying this stuff for just like a moisturizing like lip conditioner to prep my lips. And then I wanted to go ahead and apply this eye brightener before I did like my foundation and everything. This is the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener. And just going to tap this underneath the eyes. Also, if you're curious about this nail polish, because I feel like I'm going to have people ask me about it, it's from the brand Ice from Walmart, which I'm not even for sure. Does Walmart still make that brand? But I'll show you guys the polish. Oh, Pure Ice. That's the brand name from Walmart. Looks like this. But I'm pretty sure they don't make this color anymore. This is in the shade Jamaica Me Crazy, but this is one of my very favorite nail polish colors. I have had this for years. So that's the color that I'm currently wearing on my fingernails. And I do have press-on nails. I'll pop up a little picture on the screen of the ones that I use if you're curious, but I really like these ones because they are a little wider. Like my nail beds are really kind of wide, and so a lot of really narrow press-ons don't fit me. So I'm like debating if I want to clip my hair back or if like tucking it will be enough. For my foundation, I'm just using the Revlon Color Stay. I'm sorry if you guys are getting like sick of me using this foundation, but it is seriously like my favorite. Like, it's just my go-to. I really like this shade. It's a really good shade match for me. So, especially in the winter. And this foundation wears so well. I have a cat here. If you're looking for a foundation that is going to last you your whole work day, like all day long until you take your makeup off, this is the foundation for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and dot this all over my face, and then I'm going to blend it out with my Wet n Wild makeup sponge. I'm just going to conceal with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. So just put a little bit there in the inner corner of my eye. And then I'm just going to tap that out with my finger. And then I'm going to go back with like my makeup sponge and just make sure everything's blended really nicely. And if you're ever curious about like shades that I'm using or any of that, like I always have all of my products listed down below. And I am doing chapters in my videos now, so if you need to go back to a certain like specific part in my video, or if you wanted to skip ahead or anything like that, you can just skim through the video to see the chapters, or you can actually go down into the description box and it will have the chapters listed there for you guys. But yeah, so Galentines. I was going to talk about that. My best friend coordinated this Galentine's Day thing that we did, and it was so much fun. So I was telling you guys on Friday that there is a dinner train close to where we live. We did brunch, so they serve you like brunch and they had like drinks and all that, which I just did mocktails because you guys know that like this year I'm cutting alcohol out of my diet, but like their mocktail was really good. We just got to chat and just look at the beautiful scenery, and that day on Saturday, the weather was so nice. It was perfect. Train ride, it was like so sunny, and it was a little bit warmer on Saturday, like I think maybe in the 50s. So it was just so much fun, and they had everything decorated so cute. And since it was Galentine's, it was only like women that were there, so it was just a lot of like really great energy. For my powder, I wanted to test out again the Essence Keep Me Covered powder, so that's what I'm going to be using. And I'm just using this little triangle powder poof that I got from Amazon. So go a little bit up underneath the eyes, but I feel like a lot of people do, you know, pink eyeshadow looks, or you know, red or something for Valentine's Day. People don't really think to do purple, but I think that like purple is really pretty for Valentine's Day as well. Like my look on Saturday that I did was, it was more of like a magenta purple look, which I really liked. Then for the eyebrows, I'm just gonna brush them through with like a clean spoolie. Do you guys have a favorite purple eyeshadow palette? If you do, let us know down in the comments. I'm always curious to know like what your guys' favorites are. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go in with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Prep and Shape Pro Kit to do my eyebrows. Like I was searching for some other brow products that are similar to this one, since this is discontinued. But I did see that, like, I know e.l.f. used to make one really similar to this where it was just like a wax and a powder, but now they have one that's got like two different waxes, like a plain, sounds like the cat's knocked something over, like a plain wax and a colored wax, and then they have like two different colored brow powders. So have any of you guys used that product from e.l.f? Like, is it any good? Because I'm thinking of maybe getting that. Wet n Wild also makes a brow powder and wax situation. It's like their ultimate brow kit or something like that. So that might be like another option from the drugstore. So I'm definitely trying to look into it and see like maybe what other options there are out there for you guys. But I used the wax first just to kind of put that all over my brows. I like to use that to prep the brows for the actual powder. I just find that it holds the powder a little bit better if I put the wax down. So then for the powder, I just go on the underneath side of my brow. And this little brush I'm using came in this L'Oreal kit. And then I just kind of just flick some of the powder up into my eyebrow. I don't like to apply the powder too heavily in the upper part of my brow. It's just like I mainly shape the bottom and then just take whatever's left on the brush and push it up into the brow. After I get the powder on, then I'm just going to take this spoolie and just go through. That just kind of softens up the look a little bit. And I'm using the LA Girl Brow Perfect. This is in the clear. You could also use a colored brow gel, but I like to give my eyebrows not like a full-on laminated look, but like a more fluffy look. I like to go in the front part of my brow and like really fluff that part up, and then just kind of take the leftovers through the tail of my brow. I really like this Brow Perfect. If I find a product that works really well, like it's everything that I want in a product, it's really hard for me to want to use other products just like Revlon Color Stay. I know that this is everything that I want in a foundation. So not that I don't ever test other foundations out for you guys, but it's like if there's something I really like, I'm going to continue to want to use that on a daily basis. For bronzer, I feel like my hair's a little bit wild. I'm going to use my Milani Silky Mattes in the shade Sunkissed. And I'm first going in with the e.l.f. Angled Blush Brush. When I took that 3-year break from YouTube and I was not filming YouTube videos, the products that I just found that I loved, I would just use those all the time. And I think most people that, you know, aren't doing a YouTube channel or aren't always testing out makeup products tend to kind of use the same products until they use them up, especially if you find a good bronzer you like, or a good foundation or concealer, powder, any of that. Like with me, if I find a good foundation, concealer, powder, bronzer, I tend to just stick to those products until I use them up. Or, you know, like maybe occasionally I might test other products out, which I mean, now that I'm back on YouTube, I do test products out a lot more frequently. But, you know, I might test things out occasionally, and then if in testing I'm like, oh my gosh, this foundation is even better than Revlon Color Stay, then I would use that foundation more. But honestly, in my 10 or 11 years of being on YouTube, like Revlon Color Stay, I just come back to it because it is seriously the best foundation. I know I talk about it constantly, but I'm so surprised that more content creators, like more beauty content creators, don't talk about Revlon Color Stay. It is seriously a hidden gem at the drugstore. It really is. But I get it. Like some people might not like the full coverage foundation look. You know, you guys might prefer a more lighter coverage dewy foundation, and you know, that's the thing about makeup, like it's so individual. You know, each of us have different skin types, different preferences, and all of that. But I hope that my videos just inspire you with maybe trying out different looks or digging in your makeup collection and using products that you haven't used for a while. That's really my main goal with these videos, and to also maybe teach you some techniques or different ways to use your makeup that maybe you haven't thought to do. Like, I'm not saying that you need to use these exact same products, but it's more so of an inspiration. For blush, I've got a couple of options that I pulled to use. I have my Milani Rose Powder Blush in Tea Rose and the Flower Beauty blush in Sweet Pea. So it's like this one would be slightly like a little bit more of a warmer look, and this is a bit more of a cool toned look. It's like really you couldn't go wrong either way. I like the way that this is warming up my face a little bit more, so I think I'm going to go in with my Milani in Tea Rose, which I know Tea Rose is not this exact same color anymore. Like this is very old school. This one, it was like their first version of this product that they came out with way back when. So just going to stamp it on the cheeks there. I mean, I have had this since like 2014, and I know that some people might be cringing at the fact that I've had this blush for that long, like for 10 years. But, you know, it still smells fine, like it performs fine, my face doesn't get irritated, so I'm going to continue to use it. I know that that might be so taboo for some people, but... And for highlights, I'm going to use my Essence Pure Nude highlight in Be My Highlight. This is just going to be a really subtle and natural glow. And I pulled some of my NYX Epic eyeliners. I think any of these colors would look really pretty with this look. I know in Friday's look I used graphic purple, and that would be really pretty with this, but maybe we should change it up and use a different one. Like this lilac one is pretty. It's not as bold and out there as graphic purple. This is frosted lilac. So I'm gonna put that here on the waterline. I think I might like smudge this on the lower lashes here. Kind of take it over here to the inner corner. And I might actually just go ahead and put this in the inner corner. We'll just go all lilac all around the eye. It's very similar to the lid shade. And for my brow bone highlight, I'm going to use this Essence Pure Nude highlight, the one that I used on my face. And I'm just going to put that here underneath my eyebrows. I'm just going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter. And I know that this is like a full face drugstore look, so I will put some different drugstore setting spray options. I know I mentioned it quite a bit, but the Milani Make It Last is a good drugstore makeup setting spray option. And also this Essence 18-hour, the Fix and Last 18-hour setting spray. This is really good too. I find this to be very similar to the Urban Decay All Nighter. Really like this. So this is another good drugstore option. I just know that that Milani is probably a little bit more accessible than like that Essence one. I went ahead and did my mascara off camera, but I just used the Maybelline Lash Sensational on my upper lashes, and then on the lower I used this Essence Bye Bye Panda Eyes, which is a tubing mascara. You could go with a nude color that's like close to your lip color. Maybelline Vinyl Ink and Cheeky would be a great color for that. Like if you just wanted a very just minimal lip look. But I want to do something bold with this look today. This is one of their newer colors, and this is in the shade Edgy, which is a purple lipstick. And I wore this on Saturday for Galentine's, and I just thought it created such a cool look. So I'm going to use this today. So it is a bit more edgy and out there. It is very purple. I do find with this formula, it is very long wearing. Like it wore really well on Galentine's. I did reapply it to the center of my lip after I ate. I hope that you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye-bye. Mwah.
Shouldn't doubt yourself, 'cause you're a work of art. You should know that you are perfect with those flaws. Yeah, you better step in.